up everyone? Jeff and Migs here with Polar Pro, and today we are going to show you how to hyperlapse with your drone as we continue our adventure up Highway 1. So the most important part about shooting a hyperlapse is having a subject that's moving, or at least having some movement in the frame. So right here we've got a lot of water movement as it's kind of crashing up against these rocks. So we'll run our first demonstration right here. So before you take off, you want to get your camera settings dialed in. So we're going to go here to the menu. We're going to change from a single shot photo to a timed shot photo, and we'll start with a 2-second interval. Then we're going to go back and we are going to change our aspect ratio to 16:9 so it matches the rest of this video. And we're going to go into the white balance and make sure that it's set on custom and locked so it doesn't swing on us during the middle of the time lapse. And then we are going to go back to the settings and we are going to change shutter speed to 1/60th just so it also matches the shutter speed from the video camera. And in order to get it at 1/60th, we've got an ND32 filter installed right now. And now we're ready to go. So like I said, I'm going to run a 2-second interval with the Mavic Air, and then we're going to have Migs fly the Phantom 4 Pro and run a 5-second interval so you guys can see the difference. All right, and since I'm using the Mavic Air, I'm gonna be using tap to fly mode on here. So I'm just gonna set the tap to fly, put it at 2 miles an hour, send it on its way, and then start my timed photos. All right, so that turned out really cool. So Migs is gonna run that exact same line with the Phantom 4 Pro at a 5-second interval so you can see the difference, and he's also gonna show you how to use waypoints.
So waypoints is a little different than tap fly because you have to set your beginning point and end point before you record it. So you set it, click record, and it will set the first point, fly it, and then you set the second point, and then you fly back.
Okay, cool. So now you can see kind of the difference between that 2-second interval and the 5-second interval. You can see that there's a lot more time in between each exposure with the 5-second interval. So if you have a fast-moving subject, you might lose a lot of detail. If it's a slower moving subject, you can definitely get away with it. One other thing to note with the 5-second exposure, you can actually shoot in RAW. So that's gonna give you a lot more latitude in post, and just something else to consider when you're choosing between a 2 and a 5-second interval. All right, so let's go see if we can find another subject as we head up the coast. All right, I think this spot looks pretty good. What do you think, Migs?
Yeah, it looks pretty sick.
Yeah, we got some nice movement in the boats. That might look pretty cool for a hyperlapse, so let's get this bird in the air.
All right, so we're gonna set the interval to 2 seconds at this spot, and we're gonna set autofocus and switch it to manual so it doesn't swing on us.
Yeah, Migs, all right, that looked good. So we're gonna head up the coast towards Santa Cruz and see if we can find one more subject before we have to head to the airport. All right, so this spot looks pretty cool. This is Pleasure Point. I think we're gonna start the hyperlapse down here, have it come out over the waves, maybe get some surfers in it. Should be pretty cool. Let's send it up. Yeah, that's what we were looking for, Migs. Nice. So if you guys have any questions on how to edit these hyperlapses, just let us know. We'd be happy to make a video on how to do it. And that's it for this one. So if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button because we've got another adventure next week, and we'll see you then.